I assume that they're only going to actually record the things that have any sort of meaning to, you know, living the life of a college student.
Being mature, responsible, growing into an adult.
Boom! Everything was like right in front of you.
I was angry, I was hurt.
Just always remember when the alcohol doesn't taste like alcohol anymore, that's when you stop drinking, or at least slow down, because I didn't.
Earning money, helping the poor.
I was frustrated, I was sad.
Having sex, making love, having a family.
Whoa! Just give me a break here.
Whatever you choose. I don't know what I want to do.
Measure me in metered lines in one decisive stare. The time it takes to get from here to there. Rely a bit too heavily on alcohol and irony. Get clobbered on by courtesy. In love with love and lousy poetry. And I'm leaning on this broken fence between past and present tense. And I'm losing all those stupid games that I swore I'd never play. But it almost feels okay. My imperfect offering.
I'm excited. All my friends are really jealous because they all want to move out, but they can't. Ouch. There's a lot of fears about going to university. A lot of people say it's a huge adjustment, and like the 100 people classes in the lecture halls. I want so badly to do really well, but I know that it's going to be really difficult. That's probably my biggest fear, is doing well while trying to have a life.
Oh my God, Leland. Can I keep these? You don't want them. I didn't realize you'd kept all of these.
Oh yeah.
My baby. Oh God. This is too weird.
He can't stay, she won't run.
I'm glad that I won't have to answer for like why I'm so late getting home or something like that, you know? So that's gonna be good, but I'm gonna miss like having my parents to talk to.
Grab some more boxes.
I don't have a box big enough for this, so.
Oh, I don't think we have it left.
We threw it away because it didn't fit in the car. Maybe it's a European thing or something, but my parents have always been like really, you know, loving, and I guess they were just saying that's maybe been a bit of a problem. They weren't strict enough because, you know, I'm lazy. I just had a talk with my parents the other night. They've been actually relatively upset with me. I don't feel I'm independent enough. Say I talk back too much, because right now I'm not working and I'm kind of getting my money from them. They don't charge me room and board, and so they want more respect. And he felt like, you know, he provides so much for me and that I don't help out enough around the house. So we had a talk. Me doing a lot of listening and apologizing. I love my family, of course, because I talk about them all the time, but I just have been needing to move out for a year.
Okay, let's take all that out, okay?
I'm in university now. I'm 19. I'm going to be 20. It's just like the last few years just went by. I can't be like a, you know, a stupid teenager anymore.
Je t'aime, Jamie. Je vais t'embrasser.
Wait. Well, you can't have a third. It's supposed to be only two.
French people do that.
3? I thought it's only 2.
Where Mimi's from, it's an extra.
An extra. Oh.
Okay. You need to call?
Really bad with women. And just like in the last week, 2 gay guys have hit on me, so I'm like, oh no. Why can't attractive women be this forward? You know, why can't they come, hey, how's it going? See ya.
Jamie.
I don't have the keys.
Keys.
Oh, thanks. I'll be back.
Yeah, my car, thank you.
Goodbye, kid.
Wow. Can you believe it?
One down, two to go.
Freedom's great. First of all, when you're growing up, yeah, you need to have some rules. You need to learn how to govern yourself. But you have to have freedom or else you're not going to know where your boundaries are. You're not going to know how you can control yourself, you know? So you need to have that freedom in order to discover that.
Are you? It's okay, it's good for the wood.
Oh, okay.
It's cliche, but it's a life-changing experience. You develop so many different ways of dealing with people, and your whole outlook on life can change. Well, sir, Spencer Bride Keys, 4185-0009, student political hack and general professional student. I've had uncles and people tell me that I was born 45 and that I've, you know, been growing every successive year from that. So really, by all accounts, right now I should be 64. Last January, I ran for the executive of the Alma Mater Society, student union. And I lost horribly. I was third place. But there was some solace in the fact that, yeah, I lost horribly, but versus everyone else that was in third place, I did reasonably well. There's always a spin, eh? There's always a spin. Always a spin. Like a record.
I don't know, I was just feeling down and needed a distraction or something. So it just kind of felt good to get the camera going and start talking into it. I guess that makes me kind of weird that I'd be willing to express such personal thoughts and opinions on a documentary that's broadcast across Canada. My dad kind of looked confused at me because he's definitely the opposite. Why would you want to give up your private life? But I don't know, there's something reassuring and easing about just expressing your emotions and being open. I don't know, it's my philosophy, if you will, in life is to just remain honest and try not to keep lies or keep secrets, most of the time.
thought it was going to be so boring. Like, I was prepared myself to go there and just do the day, but it was actually really fun.
How many of you have played a little game of Ultimate before?
I'm not good at Ultimate. I play with my brothers, and I suck.
1, 2, 3.
Directions
Okay, I want you to link arms with the person behind you.
I think it was just a lot of icebreakers that we had on that day, which was cool.
Go!
It's great to meet all these new people. These are the people that I'm going to be with for like the next 8 months. Like every day I'm gonna see them. We're all in the same boat. I aim to be a teacher because of my high school experience. I want to teach biology. There's a teacher that kind of really inspired me to doing biology. I got pretty good grades in high school, but I worked my butt off. Like I worked and worked, and it was pretty much my life. I went through about 4 different versions of little speeches. It was about Peter Pan and growing up, and that's what I based my speech on. We have a inner child within all of us, and how when we graduate from high school, we should never ever forget about that. No matter how hard life gets, if you're working a dead-end job or you're doing really, really well, you should always have like that inner child inside of you, and always remember your directions to Neverland. Second star to the right and straight on till morning. Prep rallies in high school, I thought those were really great. Try packing like 10 times more people in high school in like a little gym with like all that stuff and our own colors and everything. It was really, really, really cool experience. All these huge campuses and like all these dorms, and I was getting lost because I'm directionally challenged, so I'm like, okay, where am I going? It's huge. Like UBC, it's like another community. Compared to my high school, UBC is huge. I hear that your grades just go straight downhill once you hit university because the material is just so much harder. You study on your own, you don't have a teacher. Like your professor just talks and talks and talks, but nobody actually teaches any material to you. So that kind of scares me.
David Longboat's kind of a strange event for me. You'd think it's just a race, but every year it's kind of marked, I think, passage of time in my life, and it's always held an emotional significance for me. Last year, it was a pretty emotionally filled day for me. It was the day after my boyfriend had broken up with me. I was devastated. I was such a mess. I'd been crying the night before, and I didn't even really want to go to the race, but I thought, you know what? I think I need to go and compete. I just emptied out my heart and soul like into that race. I was angry, I was hurt, I was frustrated, I was sad. When I was racing, I remember thinking, you need to give your everything to this right now in this moment, because winning this race is really important. When I got to the finish line and we had won, I remember this kind of sense of calm came over me and me thinking, your life's gonna be okay. You are a fighter, you are independent, you're strong, and that life will be okay for you.
There's my 3rd place team award for the Western Canadian Championships.
Oh, right on.
Got that when I was in first year as well. My room is full of 2nd place and 3rd place trophies for all manner of things. At no point in my entire 7-year debate career have I ever actually won anything. What is this? I don't even know what this one is. Oh, this is when I was a semi-finalist at the Hugel Cup, which I was a semi-finalist at this year as well. And it doesn't really matter what the size of the tournament is, or what the size of the public speaking competition is. It could be 4 or 5 people in a room, and I would still get second place. And I'm second place a lot. What was this? Oh, back when I was in grade 10, the second place junior after dinner public speaking tournament or something like that. But what it really comes right down to is when you get second so much, you realize that it's not so bad. So, you know, you just gotta live with it and roll with it. It's not really as demoralizing as it might seem.
Oh, hey! How's it going? I'm having an excellent time. I believe there's going to be some drinking that's going on, possibly a little bit of party.
Oh shit, there's no more stuff! Yeah, the party is huge, and since I was kind of paranoid about people coming over, I decided to start drinking before anyone showed up. And just always remember, when the alcohol doesn't taste like alcohol anymore, that's when you stop drinking, or at least slow down, because I didn't, and I was an absolute idiot for the rest of the night.
Alright, so we've been having the party. It's been going on about for an hour and a half or so now. There's about a shitload of people here who I've never met before in my life, and I'm probably never going to meet them. Hi. I don't really need to know what your name is. But that's okay, I'm sure you're cool though. It's just a matter of we're never going to see each other again, so whatever.
I'm a popular guy.
Apparently I'm not allowed to drink anymore. You should. Someone told me that. Come on. I think everyone's telling you. Yeah. Have another one. Apparently, I was like almost making out with some guy, and my brother got mad at him because my brother's pretty overprotective, and like I didn't even think I was doing anything that bad with the guy, and he was a nice guy anyways, I think.
Aw, Leela. It's okay, Leela. My friend Dave Sadler, who's like a really cool guy, but obviously fucking wasted out of his mind, comes to me and he says like, I think your roommate, Leela, is really cute. And, you know, I think there's something going on between us. Do you care? And obviously it's not my position to say, you know, she's my roommate, whatever. I think Dave's a cool guy. I approve. Like, he shouldn't even be asking me.
And she tried to move away from the guy when he was kissing her. And I'm like, don't fucking make out with my sister, right?
Nothing happened.
Like, fuck you. So I'm like, all right, I left that.
Her brother kind of intervened at the time because maybe he's a little drunk, Dave's a little drunk, you know, jealousy.
Nothing happened. I just went for a little excursion.
I came back and he's like, dude, your sister's pretty hot. I'm like, that's okay. Just don't make out with her, right?
I let my brother do so much stuff. I'm not protective of him at all. He went out with my best friend. And did I say anything? No, it pissed me off, but I didn't say anything because it's his choice, his life. I'm 18, he has to let go. Even though it's nice that he is protective, and I guess I'm safer that way or something. But seriously, I don't live in my parents' house anymore. I'm 18, I go to university, I should be able to do whatever I want.
I believe that for a significant period of time, my head was hanging out the window, and I developed an intimate and relationship with the bush outside. I spoke to it. I'm pretty sure it was speaking to me. I, provided him with a meal, and he did not return the favor, but yeah, no, it was good.
guys know why I'm here?
Have a good idea, yep.
Little party?
No, it was a big party.
So I hear.
Let's get that clear.
So
It was
I
a
hear.
huge party.
I think it wouldn't have been so bad. I think the noise was one problem, but the pissing in the bushes that got them angry.
That happened.
Yeah, well,
Pissing,
you know.
Pissing in their bushes or?
No, it was, I think, in the backyard.
Yeah, so making a lot of noise back there.
Yeah. You guys know that we rent this place from a church, right? And it was a real leap of faith on their part to have students come in here, because this is a neighborhood of families.
Mm-hmm.
They were really pleased to see that the next morning someone had cleaned up whatever trash was around. Is that you?
In the front yard,
Yeah.
Mike in the backyard.
Hey, I watched the vomit off the steps. Like that's.
But maybe it was your vomit.
No, it wasn't. It was definitely not mine.
I don't want to hear from the church lady again.
Who's wearing pink thongs? Put your hand up. Are you wearing a pink thong? Will you wear one? Okay, so I need your attention. When we got renamed the Sauder School of Business, I thought we need to have a new clothing line and create this kind of buzz and this school spirit. And what better way than to get everyone wearing Sauder, gear? So for the show today, it went well. We sold over $6,000 in clothes in the first 3 hours of sales. I like exciting atmospheres and exciting environments that are fast-paced. I definitely see myself as a leader. Alternate a guy, then a girl, a guy, then a girl, a guy, then a girl. CEO, multinational company, millionaire, billionaire. It's not quite the image that I see myself in per se. I think that I will definitely be in a leadership role, doing something that I love. Hopefully that will make me money, because I hope to live comfortably, but it's not the be-all and end-all of my life. I would never want to sacrifice or compromise my own values or ethics just to make money. I think that at the end of the day I would feel not good about that. You know, when I die, I don't want to think I lived a life full of doing things that I regret. Not just about profit and the bottom line. I mean, that is what business is about, but doing that responsibly.
And it has the Sauder School Business in the front and 03 in the back. And of course the thong. And this one says, barriers to entry. Again, that's $7.50.
First of all, I got my first assignment back from English, my English class, and I got an A- on it. A-, yeah. Woo. So that's good. I was excited about that. It's a good mark to start off university with.
As I said, growth hormone is secreted by the somatotrophs in the pituitary gland.
Classes are just basically kind of boring right now. I think it'll pick up, but since it's like introductory courses and it's like the introduction to the introductory courses, it's just really boring.
Right away, as soon as they're activated.
The first week was pretty damn overwhelming. Like, oh man, like it was just boom, everything was like right in front of you and you had to do it and everything, and it was like read this, fill this out, quizzes here, and it was just like a big mess, and I was just like totally, whoa, just give me a break here.
I just want to go over a few more things to do with essay writing before you write your next in-class essay, given that the first essay might have been a little bit of a shocking wake-up call, if you will. Come in.
Hey, Dr. Doyle.
How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. Thanks for meeting with me, even though not your regular office hours.
No problem.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah. How's it going? How are your other classes going?
Trying to catch up.
Great. So this is what's probably a little bit of a shock to you, maybe. I don't know.
Sort of, yeah.
You probably heard horror stories about first year. Not horror stories, but just that people's marks tend to drop.
Yeah. I was totally expecting it.
Yeah. But that's nothing to panic about, because you've got lots of opportunity to get better, and you will. The transitions are somewhat abrupt, so the general point is just be wary of jumping too abruptly from topic to topic.
I just haven't really been in a good mood today, and I don't know, I was thinking about my girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend rather, last night and then this morning, so it's just been really bothering me. Just to get like dumped out of nowhere, it's just, I know I should like just focus on moving on and not worry about things because it was a short relationship, but it just really bothers me, you know. But what can I do, right? I tried pleading with her and she said, I mean, I told her to try thinking about it a little longer than a couple of days, but she's like, no, I've made up my mind. And so suddenly I was girlfriendless.
I've had so many like conflicting feelings because of moving out, mostly, and starting a new school. Like, it's such a big emotional event, like moving away from your parents. Like, I was so ready for it. I thought when I was at home, I was like, yes, I want to get out of here. Like, no more having to tell parents where I'm going, no more dealing with my siblings, no more like having my mom get mad at me about cleaning my room and stuff. None of that. But now that I've moved out, and it's only been like a couple weeks, but I'm already missing home.
I'm so ridiculously tired.
So last night, I was actually up for a record 22 hours. It was a long day, but I think that I'm getting to the point now where I don't even really feel the fact that I'm not even sleeping, that it's just kind of, I just exist.
English papers are so much different than, you know, anything else. I just don't remember how to do them, but I think I pulled it together in the end.
The mirror don't recognize me, yeah. And I know I have been done wrong, and I know I have never belonged, yeah.
That was a pinch. Yeah. I think I'm going to try and wake up early to read over the questions. But the guy I'm playing against is in the same class as me anyway, so that's pretty good. I'm not the only one. I see all the answers, and I hope you'll see them someday. And all those bitter years around, golden images turn to
Sometimes we have to get here by 8 a.m. in the morning for a 3-hour physics lab or a lecture, and you have to get up at like 5:30 in the morning like I did this morning, and going to bed like at 1 the night before. Oh yeah. Last 2 weeks actually, some nights when I was attempting to study, I've just been falling asleep because I'm just really tired. I just keep thinking it'll be better after December. My schedule next semester will be a little bit better. I can see some of my high school friends a lot more, have a lot more time to get home and maybe rest a bit before I study.
Vaccine anaerobes don't require oxygen to grow, but the growth is enhanced in the presence of oxygen. This week is my first midterm exam, and I'm not that freaked out. My friends in the class kind of are, but I'm not that scared. I don't know why. I guess I kind of feel like I know the material. I figure the only way that I'm ever going to know how to do well in university is just to try and see how it goes. Because there's nothing else I can do. I can't worry about it and sit around and like study all the time. Well, I could, but I won't.
Hello again. After looking at my videotape of myself, I realized a few things, maybe 5 or 6 or 10, about filming. One, my teeth are a lot more crooked than I ever knew before, or noticed really. 2, there is such a thing as too close. I'll make sure to watch out for that next time I'm pointing the camera right in my face like that. All I could see is my chops the whole time.
Nobody wants to have this part filmed.
And I chose a bad time to get braces. Could have got it when I was a loser in high school. Not to say I'm not still one, but well, when I wasn't really doing much or had no need to not have them. But I got lazy now, so I waited till I was on national television to get braces. It's all right though, overall. I mean, really. It's kind of annoying, but I get used to it and they'll be off and I'll be better off after, I guess. They look like shit initially, but when my teeth start straightening out, I'll get used to them, I think. And then they're not quite as retarded looking. Because right now the wire's like all bendy and I got a huge gap in my teeth, but whatever.
I like to breed conflict. I don't like people to get away with stuff. Like, just vague assertions and saying that, oh, this is the way things are. I was like, no, it's not. Or at the very least, prove it to me. And yeah, that can get tiresome to a point. And plenty of people would know that that can get tiresome to a point.
But I mean, like, you can be aggressive, but not like just don't be like on the verge of shouting like, you're a moron. That's, because like that's kind of what I do. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have an interesting resolution today, and one that really takes a very interesting approach to a very international issue. What is it that occurs in these countries? We can see that women are not respected. More importantly, on a broader economic scale, moving from the domestic to the international, as such, women's rights need to come before economic development, and we think that that's something that we should look at. Yes?
So you're telling me because a 10-year-old kid in a country...
What happens in the middle of a debate is someone's saying something and then you want to ask a question. Well, it's not your classroom. You don't just stick your hand up. What you do is you stand up and offer out your hand, and there's a variety of ways to do it. I personally, sometimes I'll put my hand in my pocket and stick out my hand. Sometimes I'll put it on my hip and stand on my hand. Sometimes I'll even do this, which is the classic way of doing it. And it's an old parliamentary tradition showing that I don't have a weapon in my hand and I'm holding my wig on my head.
This is a direction that they want to go in. Just a moment. They're going to decide that, yes, this is something that's going to...
Anytime, basically, that you see something controversial being said or illogical or anything like that, someone probably will end up standing up and say, but wait, what about the thing that we were saying here? I mean, aren't you going to address that?
Will for the United States. And we feel that, no, not right now. Just a moment. Just a moment, Greg, I'll take your question. Just a moment. No, guys, sit down. No, thank you, but I'll take you.
Well, the thing is, if you want these people to be educated, why don't you educate these people?
It's not so much about how well you can do, but how few mistakes you can make.
And to make sure that people as a whole are living better on this planet Earth, if you're going to go with some sort of terrible cliche like that. Hey,
it's a social activity as well as a competitive one. Some people believe that the mark of the best debater is the one who can go for a hard night of drinking and then the next morning win a championship. I, myself, have failed in that regard. We got a leak from a judge after our 5th round. We knew that we had only won 2 of our 5 debates. So at that point, we started drinking. I had a Jack and Coke, and then another Jack and Coke, which I believe were double Jack and Cokes. As I recall, there was a dance floor. I do remember that, and there were people on that dance floor. And at some point, I was dancing on some sort of a structure. Beyond that, I would have to see the footage.
It's 12:30 a.m. I just got back from my shift at work, working at a restaurant. I serve at a restaurant. I've been doing it for the last 2 months. And I was thinking today after my long shift, you know, servers go through weeks and weeks of training to serve customers. Customers should have a few pointers and tips on how to be good customers. My first thing is when a server arrives at your table, stop your conversation. Turn and acknowledge them.
Sorry to interrupt you guys.
Second thing, if you have a bad attitude, leave it at the door.
How's everything tasting here today? Live up to the expectations I told you?
Yeah, it's great.
Excellent.
My last thing is if you have a problem with the food, don't yell at the server. It's not their fault. They didn't cook the food.
Can I bring anything else today?
No, I'm okay. Thanks,
You're bad.
That's my beef for today, and that's my tip, so thanks.
So here we are, a dream come true, to attain the unattainable.
I'm not doing very well. Like, honestly, I didn't think it was going to be as hard as what I'm going through now. Like, I don't know. I'm starting to wonder how my friends pulled through their first year. And they just keep telling me that I can do it, but like, I don't know, like, I'm just getting to the point where I'm just like, oh my God, like, I'm gonna die soon, like I'm starting to lose hope. Like, I'm trying really hard to maintain a positive attitude. Like, that's what I always try to strive for, like a positive attitude, but it's getting to be really hard to do that, like.
So we're gonna look at the pictures here and go through why it is funny.
Why?
Why it's funny. I don't think either one is funny.
I'm pretty much in charge of making sure the students have a fun time and practice speaking English. So a lot of it is encouraging them to speak English, because when they first come, a lot of them are very shy, right? And they're afraid to speak English because their English might not be good, and they're afraid that they're gonna not be able to say something, and so our job is to really be nice and get them going. Last square is the punchline. So you read, and then you laugh. But my friends have all been like, what? How'd you get that job, you know? I'm totally jealous.
So he says waist deep, so waist. It has snowed a lot. This is the waist. So he says it's very high, but only because he is small.
Kitchens are very happy places. You can have the most wonderful home, but it just never feels great because the kitchen is this pathetic little out-of-the-way spot. You know, if you have a kitchen which is very homey, you're gonna have a very nice home.
I think we're gonna have to have a family meeting here at the house, family, because it is getting disgusting. The kitchen is never clean. I swear I'm the only one that's ever swept or mopped the floor. People just leave their pots and pans in the sink, like, and they'll make something on the counter and then they won't wipe the counter off. I don't understand. It's just like hygiene, people. Like, you want to eat in a dirty place? Fine, but I don't want to, so clean up your mess. It's disgusting, really. I should go down and film it because it's gross. Can you see how dirty the counter is? Like, when you put something on the counter, wipe it up, empty bagel bag in the garbage. Yeah, dirty towels, they need to be washed sometime. They really do. And like, plates on the counter, please, just put it in the dishwasher. It's not that hard.
That's right, Leela. And here's the big kicker. Anyone who's been my roommate before, who's hearing this and saying, what? Spencer's grossed out? That means something.
And let's just look at the floor for a moment. I mopped the floor once and like maybe thought I would set a good example after the party, and all the stuff's in the cupboard to wash the floor, but just I guess no one knows how.
Really? Where?
In this cupboard. Ready? Let's go into the dark night vision. Yeah, okay, look at all those cleaning supplies. They're all in there. Look, okay, where is this? Like broom, bucket, mop, everything, rubber gloves. What more do you ask for, really? And yeah.
Well, like I said, I didn't know any of this was here.
My mom's probably laughing right now because I never did the dishes at home, and I hate cleaning at my parents' house, but here, I guess I'm the only one that does it.
This is my room, so welcome. I think for me, space is really important. I think your room should be the one place that is your sanctuary when you come home from a long day at work or school. It should be the place where you just feel that you can leave all the stresses at the door and feel really relaxed in here.
My room's a bloody mess right now. I'm not even gonna show you because it's disgusting.
So this is my study space. It actually originally used to be in my room, but I quickly learned that I never wanted to think of work and school while I was sleeping in bed. So I decided to put the whole thing out of my room and keep that as my safe space.
But I thought my room looked like such a mess that it might make for an interesting take. It's a freaking mess. It's one of my faults. I'm lazy. I don't mind doing laundry. I just hate folding.
Over here, I wanted to kind of create a more like funky, techno kind of space, kind of more modernish, full of books and just stuff.
Well, you know, I try. I clearly try very hard.
If you really want to know what the life of a university student is like, you can take a look at a series of books that I've taken out, all about the exciting times of the Franco-Prussian War. A detailed account by the German soldiers. That's about 600 pages. Keep in mind that's volume 1. Here's volume 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 7. 12. And that is book number 14. History. Interesting stuff.
I'm scared. I'm scared to death right now.
Yeah, right.
I want to cry, but if I cry, my eyes will get all blurry and I won't be able to focus or whatever. And I'll cry when all of this is over, like all the exams.
I think I have plenty of time to do what I have to do in the exam, so yeah. I didn't study for it or anything.
Really? You seem real cool about it.
Yeah. That's gonna be my plan. Hopefully it works.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fail the class, actually. So bio it's really hard for me. Like it turned out to be like the hardest thing for me. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fail the class.